WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
So let me start with this. KG was off yesterday. Great to have KG back. What up, KG?
What up? What up?
JB here as well.
What's up?
No, KG, you were talking about something when you came in, and JB and I were talking about this yesterday. Isn't it amazing that we're like grown-ass adults and we're just big babies?
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's okay to baby out sometimes. My wife tells me that all the time. It's okay.
Baby out.
It's okay.
I like baby out.
I'm gonna have to use that.
Adding baby out.
I'm definitely using that.
That, you know what? I'm gonna drop that on my wife one day.
Right.
Like, honey, I just want to baby out today.
Is that okay?
Can I just baby out today?
Can I be vulnerable? Jesus Christ. They always want us to be vulnerable until it's time to be vulnerable.
So, KG asked me, did you watch much of the game last night? And I was in and out. I'm not going to lie. I was in and out. I mean, you guys know me. There was some hockey on anyway, so I was watching some hockey.
Oh, yeah,
Love World Juniors, one of the best. I'm not going to talk about it, all right? But I have the same feeling that I did on Sunday. And JB and I were talking about it yesterday. Like, KG, I'm watching those 1 o'clock games. I'm saying to myself, here's 3 playoff teams and a team in the Colts that has the same record as us. And I'm just watching hot garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm legitimately and I turned into a big baby, which in turn made me say, well, maybe our team is hot garbage, especially after Christmas.
I believe so.
And you had that same thing last night.
No, for sure. I'm tapped out of football this weekend. Like, I don't want to watch any more NFL. I really wish last week was the last week of the season. Unfortunately, it is not. They do have to field a team. They do have to go out there and play another game. But I think we all know what this should be. It should be maintenance-based. Sit the guys that you need to sit. There's no reason to put them out there. Your season's over anyway. And let's just get to the fucking offseason that everybody wants to talk about.
That's not going to happen.
Talk of the town right now.
I'm not going to lie. I'm terrified that Ben has 10,000 tricks up his sleeve for us. I'm not going to lie.
Stop it.
I am. I'm terrified. I'm not going to lie.
Stop it. You really think they going to risk the health of certain guys?
No, but I think he's going to have 10,000 tricks up his sleeve. Like every gosh damn wrinkle that he could possibly. I mean.
Oh, you mean in terms of the game, just the play calling?
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to, cool. It's not doing nothing for me as a fan. So I mean,
I just don't want to beat down to them. I just don't want to beat down to them.
I hear you, but Sean, the cards are stacked against us.
I know.
You saw the team that went out there.
I'm babying out. Here it comes. I can feel it. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Hold on, I gotta get the little drop. That's Ance's favorite drop right there. But no, I mean, I don't want to lose to the Bears, but it doesn't really even matter. You saw the team that they put out there last Thursday. They are done mentally. They are cooked.
Yep. That's why, you know what, I go back to the days, and it's not that long ago, if you remember. I used to have conversations with people at the end of the year, okay? Like, if the Lions win this game, listen, the Lions win this game and they finish 9-8 as opposed to 8-9. Great.
Cool. Another winning season. Cool.
Great. Really.
Right.
I mean that. Great. Okay.
Good job.
There is no carryover, though. Like, stop it. Like, I can't stand when people play that card.
Yeah.
Well, that's something to build on for next year. No, what happens this week has nothing to do with what happens next year. Nothing. And do you remember people used to say that?
They did, yeah.
Oh, man, we finished strong down the stretch. No, drop that shit.
Right. And in a year like 2022, where the Lions started 1-6 and then they were 8-2 down the stretch, I can maybe understand that talk. Okay, you're feeling good. You're a team that's been a bottom dweller for forever. You had a shitty start to the season, and now you're gaining momentum down the stretch. It's a shame that team didn't make the playoffs. But we have that positive energy going into next year. I can understand that, but a team coming off back-to-back losses who is mentally defeated, if they were to go win a cold weather game in Chicago, great. But that has absolutely no bearing on, next season or even the off season. That is going to be a tough one for Lions fans and media alike, because there has to be some conversations. There has to be some tough decisions made. It's going to be a whirlwind, man, and I'm just ready to actually dive in, and let's just get to the next phase of this. This season is a wrap.
No, it is.
It's a wrap.
And you know what has everything to do with next season? What we do this offseason.
Yes.
It is. I mean, this is...
Is this Brad Holmes' most important all season?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. I'm sorry, it is. And you know me, dude, I can't stand those overstatements, okay? Because you go back to the trade itself, all right? And you get what you got out of the trade. The picks, Jared Goff and everything. You had things land in your lap, all right? Now, you have to make them count. Make no mistake about that. You have to make them count because the picks don't mean anything unless you make the picks count for something, right?
Right.
All right. We don't have those things at our disposal right now.
We don't.
There isn't a plethora of picks. There isn't, the magic pill. There isn't any of that stuff. Now, has Brad been known to be the guy that, all right, I like this guy. I'm going to move up a couple spots here. I'm going to move up a couple.
That's the only time he's been aggressive.
But there, you know what? There isn't that. I don't know, that magic pill just waiting for us. Oh, yeah, this is going to be it. They pick 15, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get a good player, obviously.
But there's no surefire first-round guy that the Lions can draft and is going to solve all your problems on the defensive end or the offensive end, to be honest with you.
Nope.
And to be honest, I think this is a problem that you may need a veteran to come solve. I love the kids. I love the way Brad Holmes' drafts have been to this point. But you are in a Super Bowl window, and I remember even talking about this around draft time last year. Do you really want to stick some kids in there when you're in the middle of a Super Bowl chase? Sir. We kind of learned this year that you may not want to do that, even with a first year or a guy that had a full year in Christian Mahogany and a rookie like Tate Ratledge, who will be good down the stretch. But.
Dude, I said it then. I say it now. And you want to call me an old dude? You want to call me old school? Go right ahead. I'm from Bill Parcells School. I do not want to put rookies in positions of prominence. I don't.
Right.
Sorry, I don't. And you just said it best. And I didn't even think about it. You know what? All those times those words have come out of my mouth. Well, guess what? I have one more piece of evidence as to why we shouldn't do that. The 2025 Detroit Lions.
There you go.
I don't want to do it.
Didn't work out too well. Tate was good at times. Mahogany was good at times. He ends up getting injured midway through. Tate struggled throughout the year, and you just really had no other answers in terms of depth. So, and that's where I kind of worry about this team. There are a lot more problems or positions to fill on this team than maybe previously thought. So, and that's, I don't know if they can get this done in one offseason. I said it last week. I'm going to continue to say it. This offseason, I don't want to call it do or die, but at the same time, can you get this team back to a place of where they were a year or two ago? I don't know if you can do that in one offseason.
Shep and I were talking about this last night, KG. Like, seriously. Safety. Think about it.
Yeah.
We got to take a safety.
Yeah,
legit, we have to take a safety.
You have to, for sure.
That's something, 3 months ago, that didn't.
We wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh my gosh, we got the best safety tandem in the league.
Yep.
Yeah. Guess what? Right now, with everything that's going on, you're damn right. I want a little insurance right now.
You need to. Kirby Joseph, I love him to death. It's a shame that he got paid and then you get this maybe career lingering type injury. It sucks. And then Brian Branch, you're gonna be missing him well into the season next year. So you have to have some kind of answer for that. And it can't be, no disrespect, Thomas Harper, or, it can't be, Nick Whiteside, no offense to none of those guys. They played as hard as they could this year, but you need actual solutions if you're going to continue to have this team in playoff contention and in Super Bowl contention.
There's that list. We looked at this yesterday.
Woo!
It's unbelievable. Well played, by the way, JB. Look at JB on the spot. Look at that.
That's a lot of names on that list.
That's why JB's the best in the business. But that is, look at that list right there.
How many of those guys are? We blew through it yesterday, KG. For the benefit of you who wasn't here yesterday, we'll blow through it again. I have no problem doing it.
Yeah, that's most of your defense, right?
DJ Reader.
No, he's got to go.
Alex Anzalone, he's gone.
He's gone,
right? Khalif,
probably gone.
I would really like to keep Khalif, but I agree with you.
Got Tesla though.
Amik.
I would love. I mean, if you. He'll probably go, but I mean, if you can find a way to keep him on a cheaper contract, I'll be with it.
Levi.
Gotta go.
Roy.
I would like to
stick around, please.
But it depends on the price point.
I'm going to skip the next guy only because of Labartney.
Yeah. Right. Shout out Labartney.
Shout out Labartney. Josh Paschal.
No.
Grant Stewart.
Maybe a depth piece.
I liked the idea.
Yeah, maybe a depth piece.
Daniel Thomas.
I mean, you're going to need bodies in that room. I wouldn't be mad if they brought him back.
Avonte Maddox.
Yes, bring him back.
AQM.
He's going to get paid double-digit sacks.
Somebody's going to get him.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get him.
Yeah.
It's you know what?
To be honest, he was good this year, but he is a specialist. He is not a every down defensive end.
Good for him.
Yeah, shout out. He bought out.
I'd like Rock back.
I would love to have Rock back too.
Rodrigo.
Him and Maddox were good. Rodrigo, you'll probably need bodies in that room if you can afford it, sure.
Yeah.
KO, yeah. I mean, a lot of these
There's
guys.
so much work to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do.
It's unbelievable.
We are in trouble.
You know, here's the thing. So I don't care who you are, you have to say that Brad Holmes took a hit this year. Okay? Right? Fair?
Yeah.
Can we say that? I don't think anybody's going to jump on me for saying that. Now, this is where people may jump on me, all right? I still have faith in the guy. And KG, this goes back to the conversation we've had 10,000 times, you know, about like AJ Hinch, okay? AJ Hinch isn't perfect. Just because I call out a mistake he made doesn't mean that I've turned on AJ Hinch.
Right.
I have not turned on Brad Holmes. And I hope a lot of you have not turned on Brad Holmes. The problem is, this is almost like somebody gave you a gift card, right? And you had $5,000 on it.
Ooh.
And you're going, damn, how the hell am I going to spend $5,000? Oh, I'll figure it out, princess. I'll figure it out.
There's a lot of ways to spend $5,000.
But
I got some ideas.
I had $5,000 of credit on there, and I spent, and the next thing I know, well, there isn't anywhere near $5,000 on there right now.
Right.
And that's kind of the way I feel about Brad right now. He had almost an unlimited credit line with this fan base. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely.
You had some dudes that were hammering on him, but you know the routine. That's always going to happen, okay? His credit line's taken a pretty good hit.
Oh yeah.
Can we say that?
He spent a lot of it.
Even like
in 1 year, he spent a lot of it.
Even like on a personal basis. I'm just going to talk for me. I still feel good about him, but it's like that $5,000 credit line got sunk down to like $1,000. It's not near the bottom. I'm not going, okay, Brad, you got to save yourself or anything, but it's like, well, shit, where did $4,000 go? I only got $1,000 left in this. And that's kind of, because of those, there are more questions now than I can ever remember.
Yeah, and the decisions that you made in 2025 may have affected the 2026 season without you even realizing it. And you had belief in certain guys, and shout out to 40 Phenom in here. He said no one on that list that we just put up is a must keep. And that's kind of the issue.
I like
the flagship was talking about it yesterday. If you're serious about everything needs to be looked at, everything needs to be examined, I mean, everything needs to be examined in. And there might be some guys here that you thought might be here long term, but after a season like this, you may have to switch that conversation up. But I agree with you on Brad Holmes. He has to repay the faith that a lot of fans placed in him.
Yep.
And I think back to Scott Harris, the magical run in, 2024. Yep. And it was like, okay, he sold at the deadline. It kind of made the team better. Maybe there's some belief there, and we'll see what it looks like going forward. How did he repay that? With one of the worst trade deadlines ever, one of the worst collapses in AL history. And now I sit here and I don't trust Scott Harris. So Brad Holmes is in that same boat. The years of goodwill that you have built up, and it has been multiple years, it's been fun. It's been great. We finally got that division. We finally got some playoff games. I actually got to see the Lions in an NFC Championship game and a half away from winning it. Something I didn't know if I'd ever see. All that was great. But if you're serious about going to get a championship, you got to change some things.
Sorry, some of us have been really consistent about that. I watched the way Philly conducts our business, and it appears to me from afar Howie just goes, whatever, I'll worry about next year. Who was that commented? You gave it
40 Phenom. Shout out to him.
JB, can you do me a favor? Can you put that list back up?
Yeah.
Just put that list up for just a second, because I think that ties in with what he was just saying. All right? So we could sit back and let's say for the sake of an argument, we agree with you 100% that there is not one person on that list that is must keep. Not one. Okay? For the sake of an argument. All right? Even if you agree or disagree, just play with me for just a second. All right, there's not one person on that list that is must keep. We got that established, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Look at all the holes that we have to fill on the roster.
Like I said, that's practically half your defense right there.
To me, that's the bigger point.
It's all defense.
Right. I'm not even being funny. That's to me, that's the bigger point.
There's one wide receiver and one tight end and a quarterback, and the rest is defense. That's crazy.
So who else is in the
Those
locker
are
room
all
right
the
now?
holes that we have to fill. If we go under the assumption that not one of those guys are must keep, look at the holes that we have to fill on this team.
Hey, for all the Jared Goff haters, this is why they will not let a $69 million cap hit this team.
Yeah.
Because of this list right here.
No, sir.
Look at all those bodies that you have to replace.
No, sir. No way.
God.
And then, KG, I think this goes back to what you said earlier as well. Is this something that could be done in one off season? To put the Lions back on the pedestal that we all thought they were at when this season started.
Yeah.
Super Bowl or bust. Not just get into the playoffs. Not, okay, we're back on top of the North. Hooray, Bears, you were frauds. You are. I stand by it. Not all that. I'm talking about getting back to that point where we're sitting there with Philadelphia saying, no, we either win the NFC and win a Super Bowl or nothing, right? And that's a lot of work to do, man.
It's
a lot of work to
of
do
work.
in one off season.
On top of the fact that you don't know what the future looks like for a Taylor Decker, a Graham Glasgow. These are names that we ain't even mentioned. It's tough, man. I'm so mad that this team got me acting like this, bro. But it's almost to the point where 2026 I hate to say it, it may be a wash.
Oh,
Don't
God.
say
It
that.
may be a
Don't
wash.
say that.
gosh.
Come
It
on.
may. Hey, listen, bro.
baby out, baby
Yeah.
out.
I hate
Baby
to.
out
I
now.
hate to be that guy. Listen, I even hit the buzzer on myself. But like you said, like, bro, can you get this team? And Spinny made a point last week that was golden. Not only are you trying to get this team back to where they were, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you need to be better than what you were. Even at the point where we thought this team was good, you need to be better than that, because guess what? 2023 wasn't good enough. 2024 was not good enough. So, I don't know, man. It just, when you look at this thing and just what he actually has to tackle, including the fact that you have to hire an offensive coordinator. There's talks about whether Shep will still be the DC or not. That's a lot in one offseason. And, for any GM, let alone Brad Holmes.
We have real world problems. We really do. This franchise has real world problems now, and we didn't for years. I mean, we really didn't. We didn't have these real world problems where just making the playoff, I'm going to say it, people glorified it.
They did.
And nobody cares. Like honestly, nobody cares. Now, granted, let's fast forward a year. If the Lions are sitting in the 6th seed right now, let's say they're already clinched going into this last week, okay? Of course we're going to like it. It's better than what we're dealing with right now. But I don't know, for me, I'm going to stay in that room. I'm going to stay in that, okay, it's great, I'm happier, it's better than last year, but it's about winning a Super Bowl now. I'm not leaving that room, man.
Right. We don't care about the playoffs at this point. And shout out to the Wizard of Oz in the chat. KG, you feel more like this because you really don't have faith in Brad Holmes like the rest of us. It's okay to admit it. Listen, I promise you, I've been called a Brad bot on this network, and I've often said it. I would much rather simp out for this regime than any other regime that I have witnessed in my lifetime. They have shown me that you can get there. However, there is some things that need to change, and I think even the most staunch Brad Holmes supporter can admit that. The holes that are in this roster, and Sean, this is where winning cures all, that saying, it really does ring true in terms of the Lions because they had a lot more holes than we all realized, but because they were winning, it's the ultimate Band-Aid. It's cool. It's great. 15 wins. Franchise history. Never seen it. Great. But when you don't get it done in the postseason, shit like this starts to show itself.
That's
and
like
now you didn't even make the playoffs.
It's real. Like I said, it's real world problems. We're seeing how other franchises live. Let me say this to that point, to the Wizard of Oz or to anybody else, okay? You guys, you know what Brad has missed on? Like literally 3 seasons in a row? He's missed on our defensive line.
Yeah.
Just, it's okay to say that. And here we go again. Tell me if you've heard this before. I still like Brad. I still am very glad that Brad is here. But there is no way that there's one person out there that can say, oh, yeah, man, he was right about that defensive line. What did everybody say at the deadline in 2023? We need to add a guy. We need to add a guy. We need to add a guy. I was doing a show with Lomas Brown. Lomas Brown and I were both screaming, we need to add a guy. We need to add a guy. We didn't add a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got DPJ.
What did we all say in 2024? Especially with the injuries. We got to make a big splash. Look what Philly does. What did we say all offseason, okay? And thus, we're good was born. Right? You guys, that's been a fail. His idea of the defensive line, can we all, once and for all, confess, it hasn't been good enough.
It hasn't.
It's not awful. It's not bad. I don't hate Hutch. Any of that, when you get your emotions involved, can we be adults for just 1 second and say his idea of a defensive line has not been good enough?
No, flat out. And listen, I know we can't have two $40 million edges conversation that we have bandied about back and forth. That's cool. When you are, paying all these people and you got all these guys making this much money, there are some sacrifices that you're going to have to make. I just don't know if that other defensive end position is the place where you want to make that sacrifice, because that is where the sacrifice has been in terms of the defense. We've had Marcus Davenport. We've had, James Houston before him. It just has not been good enough on the other side of Hutch. And in turn, that is kind of making Hutch make you look at Hutch like, yeah, he's good, but I don't know if he's elite, because he struggles with double teams. He struggles with chips. And if you don't have anybody on the other side that's driving the quarterback towards Hutch, then he's going to have some problems. He had a great season, but even we look at Hutch as it's not good enough. And it's partially because of what's going on the other side.
And you know what? So, KG, I'm glad that you brought that up. Let's say, well, you guys are morons if you want to add another $40 million defensive end. Oh, you're right. Okay. Point taken.
Hey, guess what? It ain't got to be $40 million.
It has to be better than what Brad's done.
Exactly. It could be 15 to 20.
How do you,
it ain't got to be 40.
Which way do you want it? If out of this side of your mouth you're sitting back saying, well, you're right, it hasn't been good enough, but we can't sign another guy. Okay. We're going to come back to the exact same point one way or another, whether you like it or not. What Brad has done hasn't been good enough. He has not put the proper pieces in that puzzle. That's undeniable.
Flat out. I know, right?
Baby out. I love baby out. Baby out.
We baby out.
I am so dropping
We babying out, dog. Fuck it.
I am so dropping.
Wham! Wham, motherfucker.
All right, so we had another one of those dumb conversations that came up in our group chat, the Woodward Sports group chat yesterday, and we were talking about it a little bit this morning, okay? The best running back in the league is blank. And we'll get to that when we come back. I think you guys know where we're going with this, right?
Not again.
Yeah.
Not again.
After what happened last night, let's have that conversation, because I think just the talk amongst us three, I think we did a good job of kind of figuring it out logically. All right?
I believe so. People ain't going to want to hear it, though.
We'll let you guys be the judge of that. Obviously, a lot of sound, big game coming up. No, it isn't. It's not a big game.
Right,
what are we talking
The
about?
fuck am I saying?
Our big games is done.
This is
a big game for you,
painful
Sean.
death on Sunday. That's what it
It
is.
really isn't a big game for me, and Bear fan has been taunting me, and you should. You
Get it
should.
off, bro.
I hate your guts, like honestly, but I'm also the same. I'm also the same guy. I'm not going to become what I detest. You know what I have to do? I have to go like this. I
Yep.
do. You won the division.
Bend over.
You won the division. and you know what? It's like those dumb arguments
cough.
that college football fans have. We were talking about this a little bit on the show yesterday, all right? Well, we beat you. Well, I'll have to get over it. We just won the Big Ten. Oh, I'll have to get over it. We just won a national championship, right?
Right.
Like Spartan fans talking shit to Michigan fans in 2021. Yeah, K9, yeah. Oh, that's adorable. We won the Big Ten and we're going to the playoff. Like, JB, I'm man enough to admit I would give Michigan a loss. Here, Michigan, I don't ever want to lose to you. I would give Michigan a loss if it meant that my team won the Big Ten and my team's going to the playoff.
Simple.
Yep.
That's adorable, aren't you? And then, you know what, Michigan fan, the same thing. A lot of you, not all of you. Oh, Ohio State, we got you last year. Oh, that's adorable. I'll have to remember that while I'm walking around with that national championship trophy.
I know, right?
What do you want? I want the national championship trophy.
Every time, that's what you play the games for.
Jeez, OP. All right, JB, where are we going?
We gotta hear from Planet Fitness and then Art and Jakes. But first, let me clear up these super chats. Got a lot of them rolling through. Shout out to everyone sending in super chats.
Shout out.
1999 starting us off from LeBarcany.
Whoa.
Damn.
Shout out. He says, shout out the morning crew. After 17 hours of travel, turned in close to 30 hours. The WSN morning crew is exactly what I need today. And for anyone that complains about free entertainment being a few minutes late, you're a moron.
Hey,
God
shout
bless
out
you.
LeBarney, man.
Shout
And
out
we're
LeBarcany,
trying to
man.
remember you, man. I'm not going to mention he whose name I dare not mention because you deemed it so. How's
Yes.
that? We're not going to say his name.
Yep. Safe travels back, man. We appreciate you. Much
Yes,
love.
yes. Safe travels back. $5 from I ain't say that. He sends in and said, thank you, bowl games, to let me baby out and be sad because football is dead to me. It is dead.
I love bowl games.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like a day like today where I can go home and watch multiple bowl games. I don't care who it is. I'm sorry. I love it. I'm old school like that.
Yeah.
And I know some people, oh, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the playoff and everything. Cool. You do you. I got no problem with that. But a day like today where I can like watch multiple bowl games is just a wonderful day for me.
Yeah.
So who was it? I ain't say that. I'm with you 100%, bro.
He said that shit.
Shout out to him. We got $5 from Silas. He sends in.
Shout
he
out,
said,
Burn.
You know who has it bad? The Packers. Fans calling for MLF and Rashawn Gary to be run out of town. Worry Love is rusty and needing to play starters.
Yeah.
You know what I found out, and I know Packer fan is gonna like yell at me for this, but you know what I found out the last few days?
What?
How butthurt Packer fan was at the Lions the last couple of years.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't realize the depths of it.
I told you.
No, really, I didn't. I'm guilty.
When Brian Gutekunst came out and made that comment about, oh, they raise division banners and stuff like that, I knew, like, oh, yeah, we sticking it to them. They feeling it.
Yeah, they and not all, because seriously, I have a bunch of friends that are Packer fans, and we have civil conversations and things like that. But just the cat calls the last week,
Right.
wow, I didn't realize you were that hurt from the Lions, kind of running roughshod for a couple years there.
I mean, what, we had 7 games on them or something like that within a 3-year span. So, yeah, it's tough.
A dude even, it was the funniest thing in the world, a dude even used Aaron Rodgers to take a shot. Ha ha, Aaron Rodgers ended your season. Oh,
Oh, no.
he's a Steeler.
You're right.
But, okay, you go ahead. You own that too. Go
Right.
ahead. Yeah. So that was something that jumped out to me. That was weird. A lot of Packer fans revealed themselves and how much butthurt they had for a couple years of the Lions doing what the Lions did.
Hey, now they got something else to be mad at because Chicago is better than the Packers. I can say that. I know you wouldn't agree, Sean. I think at this point, the Chicago Bears are better than the Green Bay Packers.
Damn.
I tell you point blank, and I know you don't want. I would cry tears of joy if they went into Soldier Field and beat the Bears.
Yeah.
I would weep. I would weep.
I hope the stadium blow up.
The stadium.
Allegedly, we don't want anybody to get hurt. But
This isn't Batman.
yeah, right. If Bane were to casually, just blow up the stadium, then it is what it is.
We got another $5 from Silas. He sends in. He said, also, until a 7 seed wins the Super Bowl, you are better off improving draft capital and getting healthy than being a 7 seed spinning your tires.
It's happened before, but it's rare. It's
Yeah.
only 8 times in almost 70 years.
Yeah, where you're talking about a wild card. I in the new format, right? I know 6 seeds did, but in the new format with the extra one, I don't think the 7 ever has, right?
We can maybe fact
I
check
don't.
that.
I know that like the Packers did, the Steelers did, but I think in the new format with the extra team, I don't. Right? The 7 never has. I should know that off the top of my head, and I apologize adamantly that I don't.
No, you don't.
But
all
I
good.
don't think the 7 ever has. But yeah, I mean, what is it? 8 wild
Out
cards.
there, AI, according to AI, so take it with a grain of salt. No, a 7th seed has never won the Super Bowl, though they have only existed since the 2020.
Yeah, that's
So.
why I said in the new format. But you had the Steelers did, and then Green Bay did that Green
Yep.
Bay team that just kind of got into the playoffs and went 10-6.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, they did. And then if you remember the next year, didn't they go like 15-1 and immediately get bounced out?
Yep. And then the Tampa Bay Bucks in 2020 did it as a 6 seed.
Yeah, they were a
So,
6 seed
'cause
as
of
well.
Brady,
So Tampa, Pittsburgh, Green Bay. I know it's 8 total, right? It's 8 total. The wild card only existed since what, 78 or whatever the hell it was. So yeah, it's kind of weird how that works itself out.
Either way, it's not the place you want to be.
Yeah.
But if I was confident enough in the roster, I would still expect the Lions to do that. It's just at this point, the roster can't contend.
It's just
They
way
can't.
too many holes.
Yeah.
Way too many holes.
Way too many.
We got LaBarthany coming back again, sitting at $4.99. He
Shout
said,
out.
Brad is out of credit and trading on margin.
I'm not. Listen, all that goodwill can be flushed away very quickly in this time.
100%.
Very, very quickly. And like I said, I have belief that Brad can get this shit on track. He has shown me enough to say that he is competent. He has a pulse on the team, but I think he just needs to reach outside of what his normal operating procedure is.
There is precedence as well. I mean, you guys will remember, you're not that young. The Joe Dumars pendulum was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was.
In Joe We Trust was up here forever. Like, legitimately. Even after Darko, in Joe We Trust was up here. To watch how quickly that swung was unbelievable.
And
It
what
really
was his problem? He was too
Stubborn.
He was too stubborn, and he waited too long to break up a great team that was once a great team. But after LeBron came in here and did that 26-point fiasco, they should have broke the team up then, and he waited too long, and he tried to attack the problems with money. He brought in the wrong free agents, and then you look, and the Pistons were shit for 20 years almost.
I always say Rodney Stuckey. Like he not doubled down, he quadrupled down on Rodney Stuckey.
Exactly.
And he wasn't the guy.
And guess what? The difference? He won a championship.
Right.
And you saw how the fans turned on him still.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, Brad Holmes is as much as, like I said, people like me and Sean, we support you, and we do think you're the man for the job. All that shit can get burned away in an instant. Like, whatever you say at the podium this year is going to be held against you. Whatever you do in the offseason is going to be held against you. Like, you got to come correct. And that's why I want him to humble himself, which I don't think he's as arrogant as people make him out to be. But at the same time, you did do the little receipt dance up there a year or two ago. So now that you have been wrong in that, you need to come to the podium with a little humility, and let's lay out the plan for how we're going to get back on track.
KG, that is such a great point, because you know what era we're about to go into? We're about to go into nitpick era.
Yeah.
They're going to, every time that man opens his mouth,
Ew.
everybody and their brother is going to nitpick every single thing that comes out of his mouth.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We're a nitpick era right now.
We are. And we used to do it with GMs that weren't half Brad Holmes salt. But
Yeah.
now that we're in this position now and we're looking at, okay, the Lions may not contend for maybe another 2 years. I'm just saying, you're under a magnifying glass.
Brad, you have an open invite to come in here and talk to the people anytime you want.
Shit, okay.
Just got a spot right up here for
not
you.
A chance.
I will get some fresh candy corn for you, not just candy corn, fresh candy corn for you. You're welcome to come up here and have a State of the Lions with us anytime, all right?
All right, Brad, you got an open invitation there. Hopefully you accept it.
Shit, all right.
$1.99 from Greg Thomas. He sends in. He said, I'm going back to 1968 and starting over again.
Was that the 42-0? 42-0.
I think so against the Bears.
When you beat the Bears last 42-0.
Damn, you going all the way back there?
My pants would be off for a week. Are your pants still off? They sure are.
No, if the Bears were to lose to this iteration of the Lions, then I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but
I don't think it's gonna happen, but we can always hope. $5 from George Vickers. He sends in. He said we need a center, left tackle, defensive end, and 2 corners. Can we get that in the draft?
we need damn near everything.
Can I throw this out there? I don't think we need a center. I think we have the center. I really think that they are intent on using Tate Ratledge sooner rather than later at center.
They practiced him at center during the preseason. So,
and I think he didn't want to
training camp.
throw a rookie to the Wolves as the center.
He went with the veteran.
The unknown, and I really don't know the answer to this. Is Frank Ragnow desirous of coming back? I don't know.
I mean, he was. At one point, why would that change in 3 months?
I don't know, really. I mean, get the hamstring healed, all that. He feels good about himself. Hey, you know what? I'll give one more kick at the can. Maybe that prolongs what I think being the key and operative word is the inevitable, where I think Tate Ratledge will eventually be the center of this team. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll wait and see. But your point remains.
Yeah.
Your point, and you guys, again, would it surprise anybody if Taylor Decker and Graham Glasgow walked away? It shouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
Like, I'm not being funny. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't at all.
There's only so much that your body can take, man.
It's factual.
Very true. Very true. Where are we at? We got another $10.99 from LeBarthany. He sends in. He said, don't hate on James Houston and never compare him to Davenport. He's been done in Dallas rushing the passer. He got hurt here on special teams, if I remember correctly.
I wasn't comparing the two, but point taken. Like, it's even James Houston was a better option than Marcus Davenport. And once again, injuries is something that you cannot control. I feel for the guy, but it has been a net fail. And that you had 2 years to be the starting defensive end on the other side of Hutch, and both years were a fail.
Yep.
Out of the gate. We ain't even get a half a season. Like, so it is what it is.
Damn. And finally, one more before we head to break from George Vickers. He sends in $5. He said, Detroit, back on top next season. Your thoughts?
All right. Okay. Let's right now stop the baby out for a second. Try to take emotion out of this, and this is the way that I'll phrase it to his point. And I'm going to ask both you guys right now. Would it shock you if the Lions won this division next year? I will say no. I'll go first. No. It would not shock me.
It's solely dependent on what they do in the offseason, though, so it's hard to answer that. Would it surprise me? No. I'll just say no. But it's going to take a lot of work to get back there.
JB?
I believe the same way as KG. Like, it's not going to shock me, but it all depends on what you do this offseason.
I'm going to take a victory lap for one thing. One thing. This division isn't as tough as we make it out to be.
I don't know if we can keep saying that, Sean.
I'm sorry.
It isn't.
I don't know if
either.
The Bears have gotten better. Now you're looking at two teams. Before it was just, you're looking at the Packers. We didn't really know what the Vikings were, and the Bears were shit. But now you're looking at, okay, the Bears are formidable. They are, at a minimum, they are formidable. And you're looking at the Packers. Could they easily retool? History has proven that they can. So now that's two teams in the way of doing what you want to do. And ain't no telling what the fuck the Vikings might do. The Lions are sitting here fourth in the division. We got to realize that. And Sean, I get where you're getting at, but maybe in terms of just that comment, we may have to start like looking at that. Is this division really as weak as we thought it was?
Can I throw this out there though?
We were only on top for 2 years.
You know where I'm going to go with this. Point A to prove my point. Last year, there was a 15-win team in this division and a 14-win team in this division.
Yeah.
This division was not that good. That was an exception to the rule. This year, at best, your two top teams are going to have 12 wins and 10 wins.
No, I hear you.
That's a big drop-off, man.
And you forgot about the Packers, too. They had 11 wins the year previous as well.
100%.
So you had three teams with double-digit wins. It's just, I get what you're getting at, but I don't know, man.
At best.
You were only on top for 2 years, and look how quickly the shit shifted.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not even talking about the Lions. Let's take the Lions out of the equation.
Right.
I'm talking about this division, okay? At best, you have a 12-win team and a 10-win team, okay?
Yeah.
That's a kind of, can 11 and 6 win this division? Yes. Yes, absolutely 11 and 6 can win this division.
Yeah.
I think, just one man's opinion, I said it then, I say it now, I think we all exaggerated how good this division was, as, before Packer fan, Bear fan, or Viking fan yells at me, as we all exaggerated how good this Lion team was.
All right, Sean, can I ask you this? Do you think it's going to stay that way? Sure, the division is weak now, but like I said, when you look at what the Bears are doing with Ben Johnson, you look at the Packers that can pop up at any time, and the Vikings are still kind of that wild card. You don't know what the hell to expect, but they got a good coach over there. Do you think it'll stay that way?
There's a lot of variables in that question, and I think it all starts with the Bears, because I think even if you're a diehard Bear fan, the Bears have gotten a lot of breaks this year. Is that fair to say?
That is fair. And you can play the schedule game, too, with some of these teams.
Yeah, and we'll see how the schedule is. We've joked luckiest team ever. That's going too far, obviously. That's baby out and everything. But they have gotten a lot of fortuitous breaks, to say the least. I think the Packers have been, for a few years now, and will continue to be, a good team, but a perennial also-ran.
Okay.
I do.
That's fair. That is fair.
You know, are they going to be the also-ran to the Bears, or are they going to be the also-ran to the Lions? Packer fan, you can get mad at me, but facts are mean. You guys have kind of been the perennial also-ran, okay? Last year's KG talked about, good year, you had 11 wins, all right? You finished third in the division.
Yeah.
Same thing this year. You had our number. You owned us, okay? Some of us said right at the beginning of the year, I'm scared of the Packers, all right? And yet you still finished second to the Bears. So I think they're in that, I don't know, who brought it up? I ain't say that. I think the Packers are in that, I don't know, no man's land right now, where they're not quite good enough to maybe win the division and get back to the Super Bowl, but they're not bad enough to fall off.
I hear you, yeah. They're in purgatory, kind of.
Yeah.
But
playoff purgatory.
Yeah, but I don't want the Lions to become that.
No, sir.
Because that's what they looking at.
Yeah, we'll
too.
pass. Anything else?
No, that's it. Let's head to break. So let's hear from Planet Fitness and then Art and Jake's.
Planet Fitness is for everybody. Over 2,700 clubs nationwide. Over 50 in Metro Detroit alone. If you heard about the Black Card Spa, you can recover with hydro massage, other innovative amenities. It's only $24.99 a month. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness. There's probably one near you. I have been at Planet Fitness Northville for legit 20 years now. So many other cats around here make Planet Fitness part of their day. You need to do the same. They got the partnership going with the Lions as well. We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness.
And shout out Art and Jake's, because there is no better place to catch the action than Art and Jake's Sports Bar and Grill.
I go there all the time.
Go to any one of their 6 locations in Michigan to enjoy wall-to-wall coverage on over 80 TVs, 22 draft beers on tap, and the menu is stacked with fan favorites like wings, wraps, and their signature Fairway burgers. Don't miss weekly specials like Rib Night Mondays that just passed, and fajitas and margarita Wednesdays, which is coming up tomorrow. So go out there and check that out. Download the Art and Jake's app, join their fan club, and make every game day a win at Art and Jake's.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
No one gives away more cash cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Guys, we're simple. Every now and again, we need a baby out. Trademark KG.
Yeah.
Every now and again, we just listen. I want simple things, right? We're creatures of habit. Lady Jane's is perfect for you. Walk in, sign in. Before you know it, you get clean. It's not a hassle, really. The beautiful thing about it is it's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You got a bunch of monitors around you. You can watch sports. Will not having DK Metcalf cost the Steelers in the AFC North? You can look up at a screen, and while you're getting your hair cut, you can kind of bounce that around your head as well. Lady Jane's for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Aaron Rodgers will cost them the North.
No.
Just wait on it.
So
Wait on
sad.
it. He gonna be babying out too once he out of the playoffs.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine them blowing that? Shame on them.
I know, right?
Honest to goodness, shame on them.
I know. But Mike Tomlin has another winning season.
Yeah. It really is. It's like the Rodgers and the Tomlin, and this is what's going to happen when they meet. They're both so powerful, right? Rodgers is going to bring you down, but Tomlin's going to bring you up. So they'll finish right about where you would figure they would finish.
Right where they should be. But let's be real, they are not a great team.
No.
So they whooped our ass, sure, but they not a great team.
If you had to pick one game this year, just one that really like hurt your stomach, okay? Sorry, this is just off the top of my head with you saying that. I apologize. We didn't mean to go here, but we're going here. Which one would it be?
I know a lot of people are going to say Minnesota, and a lot of people point to that as the downfall of the Lions. To me, it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, we knew what the stakes was going into it. You were coming off 3 days rest, which it sucks, but this is the motion that the Lions have had for years. You know that game's coming up. You were going against a Packer team that whooped your ass week 1, and I expected them to go out there and have a way better showing, but we got embarrassed. And that's a game that I really wish we had back, because that kind of began the descent of the Lions' backs are against the wall now, and we have to fight for our life every single week. If you had to win that game, maybe it wouldn't have been as drastic toward the end of the year.
You know, that was the day. If you remember, we came in the next day, and I think both you and I were on the same page. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I remember I said that I gave up like the Super Bowl aspirations that day.
It was after that week.
Yeah, it was like we're not winning dick. Like I thought we were still getting the playoffs, but we're not winning dick. If you can't see that there are bigger problems right now that will preclude you from winning the NFC, forget about winning the Super Bowl, winning the NFC. But do you know what really, like, honestly, stop? I think now it's the Steeler game. It really is.
Okay.
I think the Steeler game really punctuated for me what a lost season this was. And it wasn't the final nail in the coffin or anything, although it may as well have been. But we had no business losing to that team.
Yeah.
No
Agreed.
business losing to that team.
Agreed.
One for you, JB?
I probably got to agree with you guys as well, too. And KG, it has to be Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was the one moment where doubt crept in. Like, all right, this team is not good. This team is not where it should be, not where it's supposed to be. And even with the preseason, when it was going on, it was like, all right, you know what? It's just the preseason. That's fine. Then week 1, you came out flat. And I'm like, you know what? They'll bounce back. They'll be good the rest of the season, the rest of the way. But no, Thanksgiving is the one time where it's like doubt crept in. And finally, when Christmas got here, it's like, all right, I'm broken now. Yeah. I'm broken.
I love what you said there, too, JB. It hurt me when you said it, but I'm a guy that said for years, facts are mean, all right? Guys, you know what? You know what the brutal reality about the 2025 Detroit Lions is? We weren't good. Not great. I'm not even saying great, okay? This was not, as you said, not a good team. We were meh. Our record is meh. Yeah. The 2 months of win-loss, 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 why did we talk about it so much? Because at some point in time during your season, you are what your record indicates.
Facts.
And as it progressed, that's what bothered me the most, KG. It was like, we keep talking about what we're going to be.
Yeah.
We do. We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I'll call myself out. Don't worry. No. Okay, it went a month. It went 2 months. And that's when you sit back and you go, no, this is what we are.
Right.
Legit, this is what we are. And it's not good.
Before this year, you had reason to believe that the Lions could pull themselves out of stuff like this because that's what we had seen. Ever since dating back, I brought it up earlier, 2022, they start off 1-6, they finish 8-2, and off we ride for the next 2 to 3 years. And it was great. Up until that point, I had belief that the Lions can pull themselves out of damn near any situation. We talked about the back-to-back losses and God knows how long, over 3 years. But now that, you sit here and this team is been a 500 team for a good portion of 2 months. They are a 500 team. Like you said, your record is what it is, and it kind of indicates who you are. They have been a 500 team throughout the majority of this season. And it just sucks, bro, because I thought that they would be able to, even with their backs against the wall, fight their way through this and get to the playoffs in the face of injury, because we've seen them do it in the face of injury before, but it just was not in the cards.
You know what sucks, and we're going to hear from Dan Campbell in a second. You know what sucks, and this is just on a personal level, all right? And I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I want to beat the Bears every time I play them, okay? I'm sure you guys know this by now, but let me just remind you, I hate the Bears. I hate the Bears. I hate them. I can't stand them. They tortured me when I was a kid. I hate the Bears, all right? And, yes, you know what? You'd rather be 9-8 than 8-9. It doesn't really matter, but I'd rather be 9-8 than 8-9. But you know what really sucks about this? KGJB, Lions go out there to Soldier Field. They win the game. They win the game ugly. They win the game 17-14, all right? I can't talk shit. How can I talk shit?
What about the
to any Bear fan? How can I talk shit?
No, you can't.
I got to shut my mouth.
Yeah.
So
because they're in the playoffs.
I beat the Bears. You know what they can do?
The
That's adorable. Ooh, they can do that. Pinch those whittled cheeks like I did with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh, that's great. A game that meant absolutely nothing. We won the division. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
You beat and you went 2-0 against them. What the?
And compared to what it does for you, like your draft positioning is worse. You don't get that fourth place schedule that we have talked about all week. It just kind of sucks, man, and you put yourself even more behind the 8 ball if you win this game. I would never tell the Lions to go out there and purposely lose, but at the same time, like, I think it's safe in a game like this to rest your guys because they have battled all year long. Some of those guys deserve to just, hey, take this week off, get healthy, let's get ready for next year, and let's go into it the right way. I'm very interested to see what he'll do, and I'm pretty sure that they'll sit like the important guys, and because you still have to field a team. But ultimately, this game, it does nothing for you if you win it.
Well, let's hear from DC. Expectations in this Bears game.
Just talk about the pride within this building. What's the mindset approaching this last game? Like, what you hoping to accomplish out of it?
Yeah, I mean, there again, man, we got one more left, and look, you can always find a lot out with one to go. And no, we're not playing for the playoffs, but there's still things we can find out. And, and I expect the guys that we have here to give it what they got one more time. That's the expectation.
That's what the Lions are. They're not going to deviate from that.
Yeah.
But you guys, they're also human beings. This is okay. We're deflated, right? We're deflated.
You saw it Thursday.
How do you think those guys feel?
Oh man,
seriously?
Dan Campbell's been defeated at the podium for the last 3 weeks now.
100. We've talked
You
about
see it on his face.
Yep. I don't want to say lionized because this is a man that saw real lionized.
Right. Shout out to Maz. I'm not going that far.
But it
that's SOL to me.
Do you know what it turned into? It turned into an old bit.
Yeah.
It did. It's okay. He's gonna say this. He's gonna and I hate that feeling.
Gotta clean stuff up.
He deserves better than that. He does. I'm sorry. That's why I'm trying really hard not to compare these guys, because whether you want to admit it or not is inconsequential. They raised the bar for this franchise. They made us think like real NFL franchises think everywhere, which is what I screamed for 2 decades. I don't want to talk about just making the playoffs. I don't want to glorify that. I want to talk about winning divisions. I want to talk about winning the NFC. I want to talk about winning the Super Bowl and actually gosh damn mean it.
Right. Even when the Lions were miserable, they pop up in a playoff every now and again.
Right.
The 90s was alternating years. Like, we're going to the playoffs, we're not. We're going to the playoffs, we're not. Like, we gotta get out of that, man. But I won't go as far as to say lionized. But like I said, the last 3 weeks, Dan Campbell is a coach up there with no answers. Like, what is he supposed to say? He has no answers. All I can do is say, yeah, we'll just go look at the tape and try to improve next week, because guess what? I'm overloaded. I had to fire my OC in week 10. Like, I'm trying to run this ship.
Yep.
The injuries are piling on. It's like the Titanic, bro. Like, it hit the iceberg, and I'm trying to keep this bitch afloat to get to shore, but it's not gonna make it to shore.
I ain't got all the answers, Sway.
You're right. I don't got the
I ain't got the answers, Sway.
I don't got the answer. Shout out Kanye. But what is he supposed to do?
DC on what this lineup might look like. Who's going to be playing on Sunday?
Vets or injured players, if any of you decided won't play, this weekend.
Well, the injury report is we're pretty riddled right now, so I don't know. I mean, if they can play, we're playing. If guys can't go because of injury, then the next guy up will go, young or old. It doesn't. Or young or veteran, I should say. Next best guy available. We think they're setting themselves up for a long-term risk. Then no, it's not worth it. But if it's the stuff doesn't feel good and it's bumps and bruises and it's, then no, it's like the next game up.
I don't want to see the healthiest motherfucker out there. No, I'm serious. I want to see grade 8 out there. I want to see Kyle Allen instead of Jared Goff. Like, just put the mass subs. Listen, on Madden, they have this cool little feature now where you could just mass sub all the backups. That's what I would do in this game. Because what is it for? What is it for?
I think Dan wants to prove a point in this last game that there's still
what point?
Fight in this Lions team somehow, some way. Even with the mixture of the starters and backups.
Guess what? You can prove that to me next season. You can prove that to me in September. I don't need it right now.
He doesn't want to prove that to you next year. He wants the fans to know that, hey, there's still fight in this Lions team. That's why he's trying to do this right here, which I still don't agree with as well either. Rest the starters, put the backups in there, and then just see what happens.
You know what? I'll go as far as to say I'm going to bring back one of your favorites, JB.
Oh, boy.
Why don't we just go pick up Hendon Hooker and make him the second string and let Kyle Allen start? Right? He's only in a practice squad right now.
There you go.
Hey, Hendon, you know what? Maybe we'll keep you around on the practice squad if you want to keep around. Then he can do the practice squad bounce around game. Yeah. But you know what? We're going to sign you to the roster. Jared Goff has some maintenance and everything. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's like you don't need to prove anything to me. If you want to prove something, you be in the playoffs. You ain't got to prove shit to me now. Yeah. It's over. Like, it's just Like I said, I would never tell them to lay down, but at the same time, you got to just realize what the future is.
All right, can I ask a question? And I know I'm going into treacherous waters right now, but I'm going to ask the question, okay? Just based on what you just said. What did we learn about Jared Goff this year that we didn't already know? And I'm being really serious when I say that.
That we didn't already
That
know?
we didn't already know. It is important for every quarterback to have good protection.
Yes.
It is very important for Jared Goff to have good protection.
It's vital.
What?
Yeah.
It's required.
Didn't we all know that?
We did.
When and trust me, you guys have no idea how often it happens, and it comes out of nowhere. When the Goff faction and the anti-Goff faction at Woodward Sports get together, they have the exact same argument for years running, okay?
I'm trying to tell you, it's a Royal Rumble.
And then you have people like me that say, "Hey guys, you know what the answer is? He's a pretty good quarterback, and those numbers show it, okay? But he is not a pretty good quarterback unless he gets good protection." And it's like, to me, that's unarguable. I mean, we've seen it so many times now, I don't know how anybody can argue it. And that's why I say, to your point, this is where I agree with you. You don't have anything to prove to me. Jared Goff, you don't have any. I'm happy you're our quarterback.
Right.
I'm really happy that I'm your quarterback. And I think it's sad that we didn't do a better job of protecting you. How's that?
Yeah.
What did we learn?
Nothing. He's Jared Goff. He's great when he's protected. Literally, when he's protected, he is a top 5 quarterback in this league. But if he's not protected, he tends to look like Sam Darnold. And this is someone that's a Goff supporter. But we have to just realize this, and I had this convo with Neil a couple weeks ago at Second Best. He's still pimping the stats and fourth and second and touchdowns and fourth and whatever the fuck. We have to realize, yes, all quarterbacks do not deal with pressure good. But when you have somebody that is not really mobile in any way, shape, or form, like a Jared Goff, and credit to him, he did a better job this year of his pocket maneuverability and being able to step up and get around certain guys at certain points. But he's just not that. Do I think we need a mobile quarterback? No. Because mobile quarterbacks, I mean, by design, have not really won anything in this league. Patrick Mahomes, I wouldn't call him mobile. I would say he's good at extending plays. And that's something that Jared Goff just cannot do. He cannot extend plays. We don't need him to be mobile. We need him to extend plays sometimes, and that is not a possibility with him, which is why you have to have a damn near flawless offensive line in front of him to get the most out of him.
How many times, like honestly, in the last 2 years, and I know you've been privy to it many times, whether it be Stick, whether it be Neil, that's all, like, yes, no quarterback likes pressure. Some quarterbacks deal with it better than other quarterbacks.
Exactly.
He's not one of them. It's okay. It doesn't make him less than. You know what? The impetus is on getting a fantastic line around him. It is. And we see what he can do when he's got a fantastic line around him. It's like,
yeah,
it's the never-ending debate, and it's like we always come back to the same answer, right?
It's so dumb, bro, because that in no way I don't think it's an indictment on Goff, because any organization with sense in their brain is going to go out there and try to provide the best offensive line for their franchise QB. But at the same time, we have to just realize that interior pressure is a death sentence for Jared Goff, and you can't say that about some quarterbacks in this league.
Yep.
Even ones that are not as good as Jared Goff, they can extend plays better than he can. He is one of the most accurate passers this league has to offer, but that's only when he has time to survey and go through his reads. That's not an indictment on him. That's just what he is. And he's even gotten to a Super Bowl being what he is. But at the same time, we have to facilitate that if he's going to be our guy going forward.
No doubt about it. Dan Campbell on Ben Johnson's Bears.
Or Mass's Bears, either or.
Yeah.
That's right.
Defensively, they're more polished, you know. Ben's done a good job. The system is in, and these little things that were there, game 2, game 1, you know, they've begun to go away. It's you know, they've got a run game. They found a run game. Play action pass. Caleb's playing really well. O-line's playing really well. Got a run game. Swift's running well. 25 is he's a downhill hard runner too. So tight end's playing good, both of them. Really all 3 of them. So, you know, they're playing at a high level. You know, they're doing things well, much more polished.
Yep, much more polished. All right.
Wow. Offensive line.
All right. Even in losses, they look better.
Wow.
Just saying.
It's almost like the trenches are of the utmost importance in the National Football League today.
I believe so. And guess what? Ryan Poe's looking like a genius now. Because when Ben Johnson got there, what's the first thing they attacked? Offensive line.
Dude, we talked about it draft night. I mean, we did. Remember I brought in pizzas. I like what the Bears are doing. It pains me to say it. Did I think it would happen this fast? No.
No, I didn't either.
No.
Especially with the way they was looking in the preseason and training camp. It wasn't looking that great.
Hey, guys, let's remember, early in the season, all the national talking heads were talking a certain way about Caleb Williams as well, okay? And again, I will say the same thing that I said yesterday. And JB, I don't know if you saw it. Somebody was giving me a hassle about that, and like a Bear fan. And then he quoted QBR. Like he said, why did you bring up passer rating? Like, well, because I brought up passer rating.
Right.
Like, it's pass. QBR, I think we know what QBR's limitations are, right?
Exactly.
Especially Mac Jones is the 7th-ranked quarterback according to QBR.
Mac Jones.
Who?
I'm not saying it's useless, okay? I'm not. But we know what QBR is.
Right.
And I brought up, hey, listen, passer rating, Caleb's 19th, man.
Yeah.
Both things can be true, though. This guy has gotten better as the year goes on.
Yeah.
That's undeniable. As much as I hate the Bears, like, I'm doing my job. I got to do my job first. This guy has gotten better as the year has gone on. But he's still 19th in passer rating.
Not true. But I think that could go up from here because this is the type of quarterback that Ben Johnson wanted all along in his style of offense. He even made the comments once he went to the Bears during the offseason. You know, he's kind of, I won't say taking shots at Goff, but he was making little remarks about, it's good to have a quarterback, that has this skill set. I think Caleb Williams is a much better fit for a Ben Johnson offense than a Jared Goff. And you saw what he did with Jared Goff. So I think it can only get better from here if he stays healthy and that offensive line is good and that run game is good. So, yeah, like, that's something you have to worry about going forward.
Isn't it crazy? 3 months ago at this time, there were people openly talking about is Badgett the quarterback of the future for the Bears?
I know, right?
3 months ago.
How stupid were we?
Like legitimate. Like, and it wasn't just us either. Yeah. I mean, like, legitimate.
No,
people nationally were talking shit like that.
It was a conversation. But he stepped up. He proved that he can be a capable quarterback.
Got to give him his props for that.
We'll see what he looks like in the playoffs when it matters. But as of right now, he's passed the test.
Boy, he has those moments, doesn't he? Though, like,
still, yes.
He the first Green Bay game and then the game, like JB and I were talking about it yesterday. I know you were babying out. I don't know if you watched the Frisco game. Frisco.
I did not.
What the hell was he doing at the end of the game?
I don't know.
I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know. I know they had a chance to win that game for sure. But he still makes mistakes. He's only a second-year QB.
Yeah.
You got to hope he shakes out of that shit, but that could end up being his Achilles heel at the end of the day, so we'll see.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, you want to get into it now, or do we need to break?
We probably should break.
All right, let's break. Bijan put on a show last night.
Sure did.
I mean, he put on a show last night. So, Lord forgive me. Best running back in the league, Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs? We'll get into it when we come back. Where are we going, JB?
We got to hear from the Amon-Ra project. But first, let me clear up all these super chats. Shout out to everyone sending them in. We have a ton of super chats going on right now. Another $5 from George Vickers. He sends in. He said, if offensive line is fixed, who gonna stop us?
That's the
it's huge for this team, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I hope we all get it now.
When Jared Goff is your quarterback, and even outside of that, when you have a Jahmyr Gibbs and a David Montgomery, it is crucial that offensive line is good. Crucial.
We got $4.99 sent in from Dante151. Shout out. He said Bears are now -2.5 favorites this Sunday. Ew. Also, if Frank comes back, do you think Decker goes one more season just to retire with his buddy next season?
That's a good question.
That's a great
question.
Dante,
that's a really good question.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's a really good. I don't know the answer to Frank.
All right, none of us do. But to me, what can change in 3?
That's exactly it.
Like,
it's just a guess.
Come back and play.
Yep.
And now you got a whole off season to get your hamstring right, and let's chase it. But even when you look at that, he's been out of football for almost 2 years at that point. So yeah, Frank, it'd be great to have him back, but is he gonna be the same Frank that we last saw? Nobody knows.
A second-year Ratledge.
Yeah.
Decker coming back for one more kick at the can. Panay. I like that.
I would.
I like that.
I would, and then either Mahogany or Miles Frazier, whoever you want to put at that other guard spot.
I like that.
We'll see.
We got $5 from Randall Smalls. He sends in. He said, I think the biggest move is picking an OC. Will they go established or a young up-and-comer?
Dude, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that is, like, with everything else that has gone on, that's almost like the forgotten point. Dan Campbell clearly had too much on his plate this year.
Yeah.
I think if you caught Dan Campbell in an honest moment, not that I'm insinuating that he's a dishonest man, I think he had too much on his plate. So, Randall, thanks for bringing that up.
It was clear as day.
Yep.
And we was all rejoicing after the Commanders win when he took over, but against good teams, you saw he got out-coached. Like, there's no other excuse that you can make for him. He got out-coached flat out. He is a really good coach, but he is just one of them guys that cannot call his own plays. And that's okay. I think that they got to get somebody established, because you have nobody in your system that you're grooming, and nor do I want to take a chance on a rookie coordinator. I think if you want to go experience, you go get an experienced guy, and Johnny Mo had experience, but he's a little older in the tooth. I would like them to see them go younger experience, but we'll see. Well, we don't know who the options are at this point. So
Labartany back again, sitting in $9.99. He said, just an idea. Guess which teams consult Westside Barbell in the NFL for training and conditioning? The Packers, the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Browns, the 49ers, and the Buccaneers. Fuck it, jet lag, plus 0 sleep for the past 2 days. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out, man.
I am 100%, not 95%, not 98. I'm 100% intrigued at taking a deep dive in how we do things and why so many injuries happen. Okay, 1 year is weird, right? I mean, 2024. I could never imagine that happening again, and it didn't come too far away this past year.
Right.
That's the most disgusting thing.
Fact.
So I'm 100% open into, okay, how do we do things and how can we alleviate some of this? And maybe there isn't an answer. I don't know, but maybe it should also like be investigated and take a deeper dive with that. I don't know.
I don't know. $5 from Silas. He sends in. He said, this is more of a Neil thing, but NFC North 2026 cap space. Packers 9 mil, Lions 5, Bears 1, Vikings -35. Everyone in the division has hard decisions.
No, that's facts. The Lions have some maneuverability there. They'll be able to, like I said, restructure Goff. They may restructure some of these other contracts that they have, and we ride. They're going to have cap space. I'm not worried about this team having cap space in the least. It's all about what you're going to do with that cap space. That's where I kind of like am raising my eyebrow.
I have a feeling, too, KG, to piggyback on what you just said, I have a feeling that there would be a long line of guys going into Brad's office and the capologist saying, what do I need to do to help out the cause?
Yeah.
What do I need to do to restructure?
You have those type of players
Yep.
here. So
Yep.
that's where the culture actually benefits you.
100%. 100%.
That's where grit kind of comes through. So.
It's kind of nice to have that. Another $5 from Silas. He sends in. He said the Packers might have the most cap space going into 2026, but they also have 0 first-round picks until 2028. Lions are best suited to roar. That's hopium.
Yeah. They sold for Micah.
I'm going to say the exact same thing I've said about the Packers before the season started. And you know what? They kind of turned into that team at the expense of the Lions, mind you. They're good enough to play second fiddle.
Yeah.
Are they good enough to take that next step? And I think it all comes back to their quarterback as well. I do. Jordan Love, and granted, he took care of business against us, okay? But is Jordan Love the guy? Is he in that same lineage of Favre to Rodgers to Love? And I don't think we have that. I don't think we have that answer right now.
I think we have enough data to suggest that he's not that.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
but he's good.
Man.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
Right.
He is.
Shout out to 7 of 9 yards sending in $5. Said, can we yell shame at Morton as he walks through the streets on his way out of town?
Shame. Listen, man, sometimes you just make a bad choice, bro. He made a bad choice. Johnny Moe was here to help install the offense. We thought him and Goff would kind of have a seamless relationship. That was not the case. So, yeah, he maybe rubbed some people the wrong way on the way out. So, it is what it is, man. Can't get them all.
Oh my God. $4.99 from Bear Down. He said Ben Johnson wants payback for week 2. He'll run it up. That's exactly what I think is going to happen.
What?
Bear Down. I think
No mercy.
I think there's more validity to that, and that's I'm not going to say he's going to go with his starters all the way because he's not going to let pride get in the way of the long-term goals.
They'll play most of the game, though.
He's smarter than that, but every kind of trick gadget we can see, and I'm terrified. I'm not going to lie,
Open it
Bear
up.
Down. Terrified.
He won his 30 points back. So
Yep.
yeah. Oh, he gonna open that shit up. Best believe.
Randall Small sending in $2. Speaking directly to Maz's heartstrings, he said, would it be so bad to sign Malik Willis as a backup?
It wouldn't. Maz was kind of right on that. He ain't the starter that everybody thought he was, but he's a damn good backup.
Yeah, I'm not handing the reins of anything to Malik Willis. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'm not.
But as a number 2, sure. In case of emergency, break glass. Hell yeah. Why not?
And finally, one more from Randall Smalls before we head to break. He said, you realize Hank Fraley's son is coming out next year and is a center.
Yeah, well, that ain't helping us right now. No disrespect to Hank Fraley or his kid.
And you know what? We also they kind of showed that they don't have the heart to throw a rookie in center.
Yeah.
If we're of the belief, many of us are, and I'm just using Dan's words, that you're going to work this guy at center, you're going to do some things. I think eventually that's something that may happen, but I don't think you look at the rookie.
Yeah, Sean, you hit the nail on the head. It's so much communication that goes into that position. It has to be seamless. Like, we saw the communication issues throughout the year when it was different guys and their bad snaps from Tristan Colon and stuff like that. That is a tough position, and you need to have a veteran guy that kind of knows what he's doing, knows how to get the play calls and the protection out. And Tate, they didn't want to chance it with Tate, and I'm not mad at them for that. They went with Graham Glasgow. It's just unfortunate he's on the older side of his career, and he can't really hold that down for a whole 17 games.
There's a reason why they're called the anchor of the line, man.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the smart guy. That's the brain of the line. That's the guy that's doing this, that, and everything. It's it's a huge factor. No other way to say it.
All right, that's it. Let's hear from the Amon-Ra Foundation.
All right, hey, to kick off 2026, Amon-Ra St. Brown is making a difference on and off the field. Showing us all the true meaning of community and care, Amon-Ra, through the St. Brown Foundation, has partnered with Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and Wicked Awesome Wishes. The main event, it is January 5th, 4 to 7. Unbelievable. Children facing life-altering challenges and illness will join us at the Lady Jane's flagship salon here in Birmingham for a night of joy and unforgettable memories. They'll get to dye their hair blue, enjoy a special dinner, take part in fun activities crafted with love by the team at Wicked Awesome Wishes and Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Tune into Woodward Sports. It's live Monday, January 5th, as we share and support this amazing cause. Class acts across the board. For more info, visit stbrownfoundation.org or wickedawesomewishes.org.
one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at WoodwardSports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, so you like pickleball, right? Have you checked out Wicked Pickle in Westland yet? Well, if you haven't, why not? It is the premier spot, and you have a glorious opportunity coming up real quick now to check out everything that Wicked Pickle in Westland has to offer. It's the Woodward Sports Wicked Pickle Open, January 9th through the 11th, and we are kicking it off with a bang. So next Friday, 7:30, the Woodward Sports Celebrity Tournament hits the court. All four shows are going to be there. There's going to be special local celebrities there, and it's all broadcast live. Then the real battle begins. 3 days of nonstop pickleball, men's, women, mixed, single division. This is where champions are made. So sign up now at pickleballtournaments.com or call Wicked Pickle at 734-331-3451. That's 734-331-3451.
Your boy gonna be out there probably embarrassing himself on the knife. So
myself as well.
I
Yeah,
wish
me
I could
too.
be there, guys.
Oh, JB, you gonna be out there?
Oh yeah, I'll be out there embarrassing myself.
Are we the team?
I don't know.
Because I think every show is gonna have like a designated team, so we will be the morning crew.
Yeah, it'll probably be us. Yeah.
Fuck it. Booth boys.
I'm going to be out of town, boys. I'm sorry. I wish I could be there.
No, that's all good.
All right, so Bijan yesterday, 22 rushes, 195 yards, an electrifying 93-yard touchdown.
Also for his career.
Also for the record, 5 receptions, 34 yards, 1 touchdown.
Jeez.
I'm so sorry that I'm doing this. It's low-hanging fruit. But we're carrying on a conversation that we had in our chat group last night.
Can you tell us the end of the season yet? We having this convo.
All right. The best running back in the game right now on December 30th, 2025 is JB Go.
Bijan. Unfortunately. I like Gibbs. Love Gibbs. He's a great back. But Bijan just seems to be the all-around, well-put-together running back that I think most teams would love to have on their roster right now. Not saying Jahmyr Gibbs can't become that, but as of right now, his usage just doesn't fit that.
KG.
As somebody that has been a Bijan fantasy owner for the last 2 years, let me tell you, this year blew the first year out of the fucking water. I don't think this is a slight at Gibbs at all, but I think you got to give the edge to Bijan as of right now. However, I think Gibbs is like 1B. It's really not a number 2. They are really like eye level in terms of best running back in the league.
We're going to go 3 for 3, and you guys can get mad at us. I'm going to take Bijan, but I'm going to throw this in as a caveat, okay? I'd rather have Jahmyr Gibbs. And I'll tell you why I'd rather have Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Bijan is the type of running back in today's National Football League that is going to be worn down and whose career will end earlier than people expect it to. I think from usage, I think just the way he runs compared to the way that Gibbs runs. But if you're asking me today, I have to say Bijan. I like Jahmyr Gibbs long-term better, and I like Jahmyr Gibbs as part of a package better. Fair?
No, I think that Bijan is just a complete running back. Not to say that Gibbs can't be that, but I think Gibbs also benefits from having a David Montgomery in the backfield as well. Is he the type of running back that can take all that kind of wear and tear throughout a whole season? We don't know, because the Lions, since they have drafted Gibbs, have not put him in that position. So Bijan as a back, he is the show over there. It is only Bijan. Yes, Tyler Algier is a solid backup, but that's Bijan's show back there, and he is a 3-down back that you can do multiple things with. So like I said, at this point, you would have to give the edge to Bijan, but it's not that far of a margin.
I don't think it is either.
It's not.
Here's the thing, too, about the running backs, and there are always exceptions to the rule. I'll tell you what, did I think by this point in time in his career, Saquon would be descending? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
This year he has descended, but I think in recent weeks you're like, ooh, there's old Saquon again. You know what I'm saying? Talk to a running back, all right? And we had a running back on this network for a few years, right? Joik Bell. These guys know. Do you know what these guys know? I've got a window. Whether I think the window is this big or not is inconsequential. More often than not, teams in the National Football League think that I've got a window like this. I may think that my window's longer.
Right.
And maybe somebody will take a chance on me, but you know what you have to do? You have to go get your bag. And I think that's why in today's National Football League, I say this all the time. When I was younger, still off the top of my head, you want to ask me who the featured back was for NFL teams from 35 years ago? I can tell you across the board. Because you knew that guy was going to get the ball 20, 25 times every game. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is. And how some of those guys managed to last as long as they did, it's unbelievable to me, knowing what we know now, okay? But with that being said, yes, I would like the guy that doesn't take the hits as much as the other guy does, and quite frankly doesn't get himself in that position to take those hits 20-plus times a game. I do.
Gibbs has, once again, I've said it before, the most essential skill in the NFL, and that's speed. If he gets to that second level, it is good night. Just don't even bother chasing him. You're not catching that kid. So I think that he has Bijan definitely beat in terms of big play, big playability, and the fact that if he does get to the second level, it's good night. Like you can't catch him. He is one of the best second level runners I've seen in a very, very long time.
One of the best things, and this is why, you love a guy like Barry Sanders, okay? Barry Sanders' ability to not take the big hit, I think everybody knows now, right?
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
It is.
The wear and tear on your body. I mean, just ask these offensive linemen. They're in multiple car accidents a game. Like, legitimately, multiple car accidents a game. And it starts to wear on you. And how many times have we seen running backs? I mean, when the bottom drops out, it drops out. We talk about quarterbacks a lot, right? But when Sean Alexander, I mean, it was over. I mean, it was done.
Right.
Larry Johnson's another guy. Remember when it ended for Larry Johnson? It was over, right?
But in his prime, though,
oh man,
he was nasty.
I always Marion Barber. I used to love to watch Marion Barber.
Yep.
He ran angry.
He did.
That was an angry man. And I think I told you guys, I was watching a game with former Lions safety Ron Rice. Shout out, Ron Rice, Eastern. And Ron looked at me and goes, this guy's going to be out of the league in a couple years.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I was like, dude, Ron, guy's unbelievable. I want this guy as my running back. And he goes, you cannot take hits like that. You cannot take hits like that and hope to have a long career.
Yeah.
This is a man that makes a point to make contact because as much as you want to hurt him, his intent is to hurt you even more, okay?
Yeah.
As sure as shit, less than 2 years later, he's out the league.
That's facts.
I mean, that's the way it is.
When you're a bigger back, you welcome that contact. So,
right.
Yeah, and in Gibbs' case, I do think he has that edge, and especially considering you have a better backup in this backfield than I would say Tyler Algier is for the Falcons. But we don't know how long that'll last. You know, if Monty will still be on this team going forward, you may have to go out and seek another back. I did want to address, shout out Daquan Brandon in the chat, Mr. Nostradamus himself. Nah, I'm just playing. I rock with you, though. Does that mean Bijan is better than Barry Sanders, like you guys were saying? Swift could have done the same thing behind our O-line from last year. And that is, Daquan Brandon said that in the chat. And listen, for all of the people that, Woodward Sports, we put up the post of Barry Sanders' stats through the first 3 years and Jahmyr Gibbs' stats through the first 3 years. They're damn near identical. And Gibbs has surpassed him in some ways. It ain't like we just made this shit up out our ass. He is legitimately putting up Barry Sanders type numbers through the first 3 years of his career. So that's where I just push back. It ain't just us. The proof is in the pudding. The numbers are there. Now, is he Barry Sanders or is he better than Barry Sanders? That's a different conversation. And we can have that conversation. But the numbers are there. You know
what's funny? And I always took a lot of pushback back in the day about this. I always hear people say if Barry had a better line. And I will say this, obviously when you lose two key components to your line, one guy was paralyzed and the other guy was run over by a truck on his front lawn, okay? So we'll never know, okay? But when I hear people say that about Barry, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's disrespectful to Lomas.
Yeah.
And I think it's disrespectful to Kevin Glover.
I hear you, yeah.
There were really good pieces on that line.
Was
it Dallas's line of just 5 granite rocks up there? No, it wasn't.
It wasn't complete, but
it
was good.
There were really good pieces up there. So when I hear people say Barry didn't have a line, I think that's going a little bit too far. But was it, the arguably the best line in the league type of stuff, which people were throwing out about the Lions line pre-2025, of course, that they were at least in the conversation. Was it like that? No. So it is a different type of situation. There's no doubt about that. I want to get, KG, I want to get your take. I don't know if you've had a chance to talk about it yet. I really like the Whittingham hire. I think it was the smart hire for Michigan. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, and in fairness, most Michigan fans have admitted this, okay? It's kind of a mess right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mess right now. And I think you need a guy who's well-respected, who has a ton of success, who took what Urban Meyer started and really ran with it for 20 years and made it his own.
Yeah.
All right? And when you talk about like being well-respected in college football circles, I can tell you from some of the stuff that I've done over the years, this guy is incredibly well-respected. Is he the long-term answer? No, he's not the long-term answer.
No.
But let's think about this. Where are we at in college football right now? Where are we at as a Michigan fan, KG? Win the Big Ten, get in the playoff, give yourself a chance, right?
That's it.
I cannot think of a better coach right now. Forget about 5 years from now. Yeah. I can't think of a better coach for you right now and throw out every freaking name. I caught myself. I heard Maz yell at me.
Yeah.
Throw out Kalen DeBoer. Throw out any name you want. All right?
Yeah.
Right now, I can't think of a better coach for you than a guy who had an inordinate amount of success at a place that, quite frankly, he shouldn't have had an inordinate amount of success at, and now has everything that he has at his disposal at Michigan. Honest to God, and you, again, JB, I said it yesterday.
Yep.
You know where I'm coming from. I don't have the green S on right now, but you guys know where I'm coming from. I think that was an absolute no-brainer for Michigan.
I mean, you do have the green S on right now.
Yeah, I kind of do, but yeah.
You have the green S
All right,
on.
go on.
Nah, but hey, I'm gonna do this for Neil if you watch it. He's who we wanted all along, because I know he gonna have a field day with me later on. I feel bad for Cam yesterday, but nah, it's considering what Michigan was staring at, and you might hire Biff Poggi as your head coach, or you'll get a guy in here that is going to be not as experienced as somebody like a Kyle Whittingham. I think that this is a really good move. Now, I don't think his ceiling is national championship. I think his ceiling is to come in here, be a Band-Aid for about 3 years of that 5-year deal. Hopefully you can recruit well. That's the only area that I really worry about him in. But you're at Michigan, so that should help things. Just come in here, get this team back to respectability, get them back to being a playoff contender, and let's see what happens. But I think, just like I said about the Pat Fitzgerald hire, at a bare minimum, they'll be a tougher team than what Sharon Moore was putting out there. They're going to come out there, they're going to play hard, and you can't deny the success that Kyle Whittingham has had at a school like Utah. So now that he's getting even more resources and coming over to the Big Ten, where the competition, it's a little, it's a gap between the good teams and the bad teams. I think he can do well here, especially for what he's being brought in to do. He's not being brought in to be the future. He's 66 years old. But what he is, he's going to be a stabilizer. I hate to use that word because everybody's been using it all week, but he's being brought in to stabilize the program.
I get what Neil is saying, and there's more validity to it than anybody wants to admit, okay? This is the guy we wanted all around, and I think
I haven't seen a lot of Michigan fans saying
I think some people in the media are very guilty of it personally, but that's a story for a different day.
You know what that is.
But in fairness, and KG, I've been privy to so many back and forths between you and Neil, and I try to find the fair point, okay? How many people legitimately thought that Kyle Whittingham was available?
Nobody.
Honestly,
yeah, nobody. I thought once he stepped down from Utah, he was done.
I know he came out and said, "Well, this might not be the end of my career. I'm entering the transfer portal and all that stuff."
Yeah.
But who thought Kyle Whittingham, legit one of the most respected coaches in college football? I am not. You guys trust me. I've been in some of these douchebaggy meetings with a bunch of fellow Heisman Trophy voters and all that stuff. He is incredibly respected in the college ranks. You got to trust me when I say that.
Absolutely he is.
How many people thought that Kyle Whittingham was a legitimate option?
I didn't.
And
he stepped down in a decent enough time to where Michigan could have made him the number one option. I think they were looking at other candidates before they even got to a Kyle Whittingham because they didn't think he was available.
Right.
Like flat out. They were looking at Kalen DeBoer. They were looking at a couple other people. They weren't looking at Kyle. But like I said, for what he is and what he's done at Utah, which once again, you cannot deny what he brought to Utah. He turned the UTEPs into a perennial tough team. They have some double-digit win seasons under him. He is a good coach. I'm not saying he's spectacular. I'm not saying he will take this team to a natty, but he is going to come in here. He's going to bring good players here, and they are going to be, at bare minimum, a tough team. They are going to play hard, and they are going to go out there and most likely will be in the playoff conversation.
I think he brings some much-needed not only stability but discipline too.
Yeah, leadership. Yeah, the whole thing.
He really does.
The whole thing.
He really does.
This is, like I said, for what you were staring at as what you could have had, this is probably the best move Michigan could have made.
I'm not going to play the whole Urban Meyer sound, KG, and JB, excuse me. I'm not going to play the whole Urban Meyer.
Yeah, it's like almost 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes long. And yes, take it with a grain of salt. This is somebody on Herb's staff and all that stuff.
Right.
But if you guys have a moment, and I don't know if you watch it, KG.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Watching Herb talk about Whittingham, he checks the boxes, man.
Yeah.
He does. He checks the boxes. And it pains Herb to say that, especially the whole Michigan thing and all that stuff. But this was a damn smart hire by Michigan.
Right, and I like Kyle Whittingham consulting with Urban Meyer. There is a lot of conversation that Kyle Whittingham has literally been consulting Urban Meyer in order to assemble his staff. I know they got the guy from BYU as the D coordinator now. So yeah, like I'm really happy about, you know, him coming in, hitting the ground running, and we just got to see what the portal is going to look like, because that's the only concern that I really have with him. How is he going to recruit? Because say what you want about Sharon Moore, he was a halfway decent recruiter. So now that you got a guy like Kyle Whittingham here, he's older, I just wonder what that will look like. But he's going to get a bump because he's at Michigan now.
I think that's one thing, and I brought this up to you, JB. The only concern that I have with Fitz at Michigan State is the college football world that he is returning to is not the college football world that he left.
Yeah, it's not.
It isn't.
It's
I mean,
not.
that's how. And you guys, you don't need me to tell you, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's night and day. When he left and what it is today, it's night and day.
Yeah.
So at least he's got some people around him that at least are familiar with these new and oftentimes treacherous waters. And he's got some younger guys around him that are familiar with this and everything. The one thing that I will say about Kyle Whittingham is he's lived this life.
Exactly.
He knows what. Now, maybe not to this level. Okay, maybe not to this level. Although let's not poor little Utah. I mean, they've been a Pac-10 team, and it's not exactly a shock when, like, I remember when Utah came in here and beat Michigan in 2014.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people going, "Oh, I can't believe it. We were just embarrassed by Utah." And I was like, wake up.
Yeah.
There's been a pretty good program for a while now, guys. We're not too far away removed from them going 13-0 one year. Like wake up. This isn't the Appalachian State type of shit that some of you want to make it out to be, okay? So you have to give him his flowers for that.
You do.
But at the same time, this is next level.
It is.
The opportunities and things are going to pop up for him at Michigan aren't things that he was getting at Utah. It's just that simple.
No, that's a fact. And that's why I think that at the end of the day, he is just a Band-Aid. He is somebody to help get you through this treacherous time. And then hopefully in the last couple years, he's able to have you compete. And like you said, just be in the mix. Just be in the mix. But once Bryce takes off, whenever that is, and stuff like that, will they go younger or try to get a younger mind in here? Maybe. We all just have to see, but he's going to have every tool at his disposal to go out there and make Michigan competitive, and I think he can do that.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
That's all we can ask for behind this shit that just happened with Sharon.
Yep.
To be honest with you, because that 2023 shit is out the window now. Yes, you can't take it away from us. We got the natty, that's cool. But ever since then, it's been turmoil. It's been fucking dysfunction. And I'm just happy to have somebody that's coming in. He's outside of all of this mess. He's not connected to it in any way, shape, or form. And he's just coming in here to win football games.
Yep. No doubt about it. All right, JB, where are we going?
We got some super chats to clear up, but first we got Jack's Car Wash. Do I got Jack's Car Wash? Oh no, I think I gave it to UK.
No, I do not have Jack's.
Do you? Oh,
nope.
Shoot.
Somebody got Jack's.
I can do it as Maz if you want.
Yes, please. Please.
Can you do it?
Jack's Car Wash. Today is the kind of day that, I got the holiday doldrums, and it's really gray. And you know what puts a smile on my face? I go right across the street to Jack's Car Wash. I sit back, I think about football in the 70s, and Jack's gets my car clean. And then in the afternoon when the sun comes out, I go back to Jack's because I got the supercar. You can go to Jack's too, 40 locations all around Michigan, and anytime I get happy, I have a handful of candy corn, and I go to Jack's Car Wash.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. till Sub-Zero. Icy and true, feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Till Sub-Zero.
Woodward Sports is your #1 source for all things Detroit sports. Start your day with the Sean Baligian Morning Show from 8 to 10 a.m. Rolling into Big D Energy with Neil Rule, Jerry Foster, and Red Wing great Darren McCarty. Then make sure you're watching the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep from 2 to 4 p.m. Michigan great Braylon Edwards and the elite Matt Shepard break down all the biggest sports stories. End your day with the Woodward Heavyweights. Join Spencer and EZ nightly from 5 to 7 p.m. Every day, all the sports, all Detroit, live on the Woodward Sports Network. Detroit's #1 sports network. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Hey, let me tell you about Sun Cruiser. Yeah, of course we talk about it for our pregame shows, the watch parties at Gillies, of course the postgame show at Gillies. It's perfect for the tailgate, the couch gate, any kind of gate. It really is. But you know what? New Year's Eve's coming up. And no matter what you do, maybe you should think about making Sun Cruiser part of your New Year's experience. I got a fridge full of them at home. You got the pink lemonade, the raspberry, the lemonade, the iced tea, the peach. It's money. I'm telling you right now. It's a crisp, clean taste. You got the low calories. It's going to take care of you. So watching footballs, ringing in the new year, whatever the case may be, make Sun Cruiser part of your routine. You'll be glad you did. Please drink responsibly. All right, final segment of the show. Glad that we have JB here all show.
Right.
My man's been too busy burning the candle at both ends, but you know what? It's time for another rousing, rending edition of What's Trending with JB Smoove. What up, JB?
Hey, what's going on, chat family? Shout out to Gold Crown once again for sponsoring this segment. I say it all the time. Smoke like royalty, and you should be doing that exact same thing with Gold Crown. Fellas, it's almost getting closer to the new year, but Google is officially helping everyone out right now because now it is allowing its users to change their email address finally.
Really?
So that terrible email address that you came up with years ago that you thought you were stuck with, guess what? Now you can change it.
I don't know why email services don't just let you change your name regularly. Like, I don't know why that's a thing.
You know how they are. They're like, you're stuck with this name. You got to continue on with it unless you make a completely new one. But now they're allowing you to change the one that you have. And you know what? It betters off yourself. So now you can stop being XX baby XX from wherever.
I guess. Shout out to Google for finally making that change.
Way overdue. Jesus.
Mad overdue.
Way overdue.
Mad overdue.
So shout out to Google for helping everyone out in the new year. Sean, I know you weren't at the Pop-Tart Bowl, but I'm sure you were watching it as well too. So it's appropriate to do some stadium eats from the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yes.
You're probably not going to like all of these, but check this out. How about the deep fried Pop-Tarts?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll try that.
Yes.
I'll try that.
I don't need to hear nothing else. Yes.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I don't need to hear nothing else.
Deep fried Pop-Tarts?
I'll try that.
So it's a Pop-Tart toaster pastry finished with whipped cream, sprinkles, and a cherry on top.
Minus the sprinkles for me, but yes.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'm in. I'm not the biggest sweets guy, but that, yes.
It's a deep fried Pop-Tart.
Yes.
Deep frying any sweet the chances that it's gonna be good is very high.
Real high.
Deep fried Twinkies, Oreos, I'm telling you. But this, oh yeah.
Can I just take my daughter to a bowl game next year?
I know, right?
One bowl game while she's at Michigan State. Just one.
I think you'll get that.
You'll
get 6 at least next
Gosh damn it.
next season. Or, Sean, you could try this. You got the loaded s'mores Pop-Tart.
Yes.
Brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. Topped with chocolate brownie, Pop-Tarts, crunchy poppers, and some chocolate drizzle marshmallow fluff.
I'm intrigued at the chocolate brownie Pop-Tart crunchy popper. Is it like one of those jalapeno poppers? But it's full of chocolatey goodness?
I think so.
I believe so.
It's similar.
Gosh damn it, I'm in again. Especially you had me at marshmallow fluff. I got to be honest with you, but I had to ask questions anyway.
The only thing that why would you use the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart and not use the s'more Pop-Tart? Because you're making a s'more.
A s'more on a s'more?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm in.
I don't know.
I'm in though, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I didn't come up with
I think
it, but
Brad's
hey.
in too. Did you see Brad? Brad's in.
Oh, Brad is in.
Brad's going, damn, that looks good.
I hope he's in on free agency as well.
He better be. He damn sure better be. Next up, you guys, Christmas just passed, and I know as parents you kind of want to make your Christmas day special for the kids, just not this special, and sending them to the hospital when trying to come down the stairs.
Oh, dude!
God damn.
As one mom wrapped the stairs for their child to come down, and you know what? Yeah, it was.
Oh gosh, no!
It was a bad move.
That's like the 5th step she fell from. You can tell.
Oh, jeez.
That's pretty high up. Like the angle she came in at. Jesus Christ.
She was excited to get downstairs.
You know what the thing is, though? You remember, as a kid, that's nothing, okay? I would have 17 compound fractures if that happened to me today.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
I would be laying there in a pool of blood with, like bone splinters everywhere.
Like, you excited to get to the tree, but I knew how to have sense and get down the stairs, properly first. But
Dude, can I say this? And I know there are some parents that can probably relate to this in our audience. There is nothing better than my kids being at an age right now where they wake up wherever the hell they want on Christmas morning. There is nothing better.
No, it is. Yeah.
I like, honestly, like they come moseying downstairs at 10:30.
Right.
I don't have to be awakened at 6 after I've been up to 2 anyway.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yep.
it's the greatest feeling on earth, man.
Yep, best feeling that you can have. And finally, I will end what's trending with this. Hopefully, you guys aren't having a bad day like this guy who's just trying to change his tires.
Yeesh. Is his hand stuck?
His hand is stuck.
No! Oh, gosh, no!
God.
How?
Oh,
How?
jeez.
That's tough.
How is this even possible?
Dude.
It's possible the car came off the jack. That's what happened. You got to make sure that motherfucker is on that jack, because if not, that's tough. Yeesh.
This is a bad day all around.
Yeah, that is.
Just wait until you guys have kids. That is one of the it is the greatest waste of time, and it's passed on from generation because my dad had to go through the same thing with me. You take all this time to teach them how to change a tire, and everything you showed them is forgotten the second that they have to change a tire.
Of course.
Daddy!
Yeah, this generation is.
Yes, honey. I'm in East Lansing and I have a flat tire. Well, remember when Dad took 15 hours out of his day to show you how to do one? I don't remember. Can you drive up to East Lansing? I'll take you out to lunch.
If you got the parts, though, it's really simple.
It's not
it's
that
simple as hell.
difficult,
If you have
man.
a jack and a tire iron, it is the simplest shit on earth. Like, I don't get why people...
Do you know what it is? I think people psych themselves out. I know I did. Like, my dad did the same thing for me, except, my dad, you're dumb.
Right.
But it was like once he started doing it again, like, I literally go, stop.
You're just unscrewing bolts.
Yeah, I go, stop. I got it. Why the hell did you even call me? Because I'm dumb.
It's not. The hardest part is that part right there, making sure the car stays on the jack.
That's it. Jeez.
That shit is terrible.
All right, thanks, you guys. Appreciate you guys in the chat. You were on fire today. KG, great to have you back. You know that.
Good to be back,
JB as well.
Appreciate
so
it.
programming note, we're back tomorrow. And then we're off Thursday. All right?
Yeah.
Because we're all going to get messed up drunk on
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
And for some reason on Sunday we still got a full slate of Lions shows. So I mean,
listen, full
we got you
confession.
covered.
I love doing the shows with you guys. I do. Like Neil and KG when you're in the house. Zero interest in doing it this Sunday. I'll be here begrudgingly, but I'll be here. Okay.
We only here so we don't get fined,
Let's just
right?
baby out together. Like
right.
just 2 hours of baby.
I
out.
want a baby to fuck out. You know.